Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to today's class of Amar Ghare Amar School. I am Alfi Islam. I am your English instructor for today's class. Today we will read Unit 3, the tense, Lesson 6, Present Perfect Tense from the book English Grammar and Composition of Class 7. From this class we will learn these things. 1. Definition of present perfect tense. 2. Structure of present perfect tense. 3. Examples of present perfect tense. And 4. How you can use present perfect tense in your daily life. First, we will read section A from the book. In the section A, we will have to read the following text and look at the underlined verbs. Let's begin. Number 1. I have done my homework. Can you please look at it? In this sentence, the underlined verbs are have done. Number 2. One of our friends has joined the inter-district debate competition. In this sentence, the underlined verb is has joined. Number 3. Does anybody know who has torn off the notice from the board? In this sentence, the underlined verb is has torn off. Number 4. I do not know if Anik has been selected for the cricket match. In this sentence, the underlined verb is has been selected. And number 5. Congrats Manush, you have done an outstanding job. In this sentence, the underlined verb is have done. Now, if we look at the underlined verbs, we will see that all these verbs have two elements. The first element is the auxiliary verb, and the second element is the past participle form of the verb. Let me give you the examples. In the first sentence, I have done my homework. Here the underlined verb is have done. Now if we break it down, we can see that it has two elements. The first one is have and the second one is done. Have is an auxiliary verb and the auxiliary verb is verb to have. And the second one, done, is the past participle form of the verb do. So have done is a verb which has two elements. An auxiliary verb which is verb to have and the past participle form of the main verb do. Similarly, in the second sentence, one of our friends has joined the inter-district debate competition. Even in this sentence, we can see the same scenario. Has joined. It has two elements. The first one is auxiliary verb and the second one is the past participle form of the main verb join. Similarly, in the third, fourth and fifth example, we can see the same scenario. In all these three sentences, the verb starts with the auxiliary verb and then we can see the past participle form of the main verb. For an example, in third sentence, the verb is has torn off. Here we can see it starts with the verb has, which is an auxiliary verb, and then we can see torn off. Torn off is the past participle form of the main verb tear off. In the fourth sentence, we can see has been selected. Well, now you can tell me that it sounds different because we can see the word been in the verb. Well, it's not really different because has been selected is actually the passive form of the verb has selected. So in a way, we can also say that it also has two elements, has been and selected. Has been is the passive form of the auxiliary verb and selected is the past participle form of the main verb select. And in the last example, we can again see that the verb has two elements. Have done. Have is the auxiliary verb and done is the past participle form of the main verb do. Now the question is why we looked at the underlined verbs. We focused these underlined verbs because when we will see verbs used in the same way how these underlined verbs were used, we will say that the sentences will be examples of present perfect tense. Now, what is present perfect tense? Present perfect expresses the completion of an action by now. Therefore, it is strictly a kind of present tense because A, you are not emphasizing when the action took place. B, you are only interested in the present state of completion, and that is its effect on events now. Let me explain it to you. When a sentence is in present perfect tense, it does not matter when the action of the sentence took place. What matters is that the effect of the action that took place. For an example, if you remember the first line that we read in section A, I have done my homework. Here, have done says this sentence is in present perfect tense. Now, it does not matter when I did my homework. It does not matter. The time is not important here. The important thing is that I have done my homework. The action is done and it has an effect. Just because there is an effect of my completion of homework, I am asking someone to look at it. So in present perfect tense, again, it does not matter when the action took place. What matters is that there is an effect of the completion of the work. And it has to be in present time because this is present perfect tense. So again, present perfect tense expresses the completion of an action by now, which means by the present time. It does not matter when the action took place. What matters is that there is an effect of the completion of the action. Now I hope you have understood the definition. Let us see the structure of present perfect tense. The structure of present perfect tense is subject plus have or has plus past participle form of the main verb plus extension or the rest of the parts of the sentence. Let me give you an example to make it clear to you. One of our friends has joined the inter-district debate competition. If you remember, we saw this sentence in section A. In this sentence, one of our friends is the subject, has joined. Has is the auxiliary verb, joined is the past participle form of the main verb, and to inter-district debate competition is the extension of the sentence. So this sentence actually follows the structure that we learned before. Subject, has, past participle form of the main verb, and extension. Now you may ask me what past participle form of main verb is. Well, we know that verb has three forms: present form, past form, and past participle form. For an example, the verb join has three forms. The present form of the verb is join, the past form of the verb is joined, and the past participle form of the verb is joined. Similarly, the verb break has also three forms. The present form of the verb is break, the past form of the verb is broke, and the past participle form of the verb is broken. So, when we will be using present perfect tense, we will use the past participle form of the main verb after the auxiliary verb, verb to have. So, present perfect tense cannot be used if we state or suggest a definite time in the past. For an example, I cannot say, I have done my homework at 5 o'clock in the morning. I cannot say that because this is wrong. Because in this sentence, I have stated 5 o'clock in the morning, which is a definite time in the past. But then again, I have also used have done. So we cannot use that because we cannot use present perfect tense and a definite time in the past in the same sentence. These two do not go together in the same sentence. Because when we state a definite time in past, this sentence does not remain present perfect tense anymore. Now, look at the following sentences and fill in the blanks with verbs with the appropriate forms of the present perfect tense. Number 1. Please open your book. Have you dash it? A hint is given for you inside the bracket, open. So the answer will be opened. Why opened? Because opened is the past participle form of the verb open. So the answer will be, have you opened it? The second sentence is, wow, it's a wonderful piece of drawing. Who dash it? Here we can see draw inside the bracket as a hint. So the answer will be, who has drawn it? Number 3, excuse me teacher, could you please repeat what you dash just now? Here the hint is say. So the answer will be, what you have said just now. Number 4, I am very worried about my homework. I dash it yet. Here the hint is not finished. So the answer will be, I have not finished it yet. Number 5, there is a big museum in the city. Dash you dash there. There are no hints given for you in the sentence. But we can still answer it, right? The answer will be, have you been there? Number 6, please tell me what exactly you dash done and what is yet to be done. Here the answer will be, please tell me what exactly you have done and what is yet to be done. Let's move on to section B. Now use appropriate verbs in the blanks of the following dialogues. Number 1. Teacher, we have only one day left for the science fair. Now let me know who dash what. The answer will be, who has done what? Zarif, I dash the wall, sir. The answer will be, I have painted the wall, sir. Number 2. Mother, there are only a few chocolates on the table. Who dash the others? The answer will be, who has eaten the others? Maisha, Mom, I dash just one. The answer will be, I have eaten just one. Number 3. Teacher, let's brainstorm on the topic for a minute. Now Anika, tell me what dash. The answer will be, what you have done. Number 4. Hanif, wait, this math problem is not that easy, but I dash something about it. The answer will be, I have thought something about it. Manoj, okay, tell us what dash. The answer will be, okay, tell us what you have thought. And number 5, Three Idiots is an excellent movie. Dash you dash it. The answer will be, have you watched it? Now we'll move to section C. Write some sentences about your activities that you have done since morning. Show your sentences to your partner to check. You may start like this. First, I have said my morning prayer. Now there are 4 other blanks for you to finish. I'll help you to fill in the 2 blanks, and the rest of the 2 blanks will have to be done by you. So the second sentence can be written like this. Then I have eaten my breakfast. And in the third sentence, you can write this. After breakfast, I have done my homework. I hope now you'll be able to finish the rest of the sentences. Now, let's have a review on what we have learned in today's class. Today, we have learned what present perfect tense is. We have also seen the structure of present perfect tense. We have also seen some examples of present perfect tense. And in the end, we have learned how we can use present perfect tense in our daily life. I hope you have learned and enjoyed the class. Dear students, stay healthy and stay well, follow the government instructions and stay home. If you want to watch this class again, follow the Facebook page and YouTube channel of Amar Ghore Amar School.